All right. What you won't do for love. You try anything, but you won't give up. I think I gotta play that now. That's ringing in my head. Alright. Let me get all this together. Let me get all of this together real quick. I hope my links are working today. They wasn't working yesterday for whatever reason. Okay. Okay. I think it's working today. Yeah, it looks like it's working today. All right, cool. All right, come on, Bobby.
Search to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in the daze from your love, you see.
In the days.
Let you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let go. What you won't
do for love.
You try anything, but you don't give up. Only you make me do for love
what I would not do. Come on, Bobby.
My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in the gaze from your love, you see.
I'm in the daze.
I came back to let you know.
That's some serious love right there.
Got a thing for you, and I can't let go.
Yo, they more for this.
What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you won't give up. Only you.
Yo. This shit is stupid.
What I would not do.
Oh my gosh.
Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not
shit.
do. Make me do for love what I would not do.
Oh my gosh. Yo, I'm gonna show you what I'm laughing at in a second. Hold on. Yo, this shit is hilarious. All right. You gotta let that play completely out. You can't cut off Bobby, man. All right. Oh my gosh, yo! I just saw some funny shit. This shit was hilarious. Let me get over to the live stream first of all. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Oh my gosh. All right, let me see who's in here. Adele's here. Hassan is here. J. Carly's in the building. Melanie's here. Jelani's here. Keo, what's good? Yeah, Bobby was doing his thing as usual. Excuse me. Oh, Melanie, that's hard. She got 3 301s today. For 3. Grizzly Mark. Look like I'm about to light a fire in the woods somewhere. Looking crazy. Jeffrey, what's happening? All right, so let me get the topic for today off. This number is crazy, man. Mark G, what's good? So 26 million people have filed for unemployment. 26 million. Forgot what the numbers were from the Great Depression, but this puts us out of recession into depression financially and in the economy. This is a depression now. The numbers of people out of work is too high. Very, very good topic of discussion. It's a lot to talk about as far as that goes. Because even with the economy opening back up, yada, 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 the economy ain't opening back up right away. It's just not going to happen. Which means that businesses still have to deal with the repercussions of not being in the same position that they were in, but their expenses and their liabilities are the same. So just imagine if you're a business owner right now. And the reason I'm talking about business owners first, and I get to employees after that, because employees work for businesses. So you got to talk about businesses. You can't talk about the jobs without the actual businesses that people work at. Corporations, small businesses, whatever. It's kind of ill. It's kind of ill, man. What's up, Daniel? Ralston, what's happening? Jamal, what's good? Ramon is here too. He said government is all about helping the big business first. Whatever leftovers there is for the rest of y'all. It's so crazy. It's so silly that is typically how it happens, because it's the smaller businesses that need the most help. Like, I actually got an opportunity to talk to actual business owners here in New York. I spoke to a couple of dudes that own restaurants, and I kid y'all not. Like first of all, the restaurant business is already a very difficult industry to be in, and it's very competitive also. So it takes you years to establish, your reputation, to establish like your clientele and your regulars that will always come to your restaurant, like kind of on a periodic basis. You get a favorite restaurant and then you go there like every week, every other week or whatever. Restaurants work their whole life to create that reputation and the rapport with people, so that happens for their restaurant. Because when you put yourself in a position that way, now you're thriving off of the the repetition of, or I should say, just the repeat customers that always come back. Restaurants take years to establish that. So it's like something like this comes along and it just boom, it just takes everything away in one fell swoop. So what took you years and years to build up is like literally over with overnight. That's this is just one aspect of it that I'm talking about from the perspective of business owners, because business owners have employees. The dude I was talking to, he said his restaurant, he has 80 tables. 80. So, I was asking him, I'm like, well, I would imagine that even if you do takeout and delivery, it's not going to be anywhere near enough to cover what your expenses are. He was like, no, it's a joke. He was like, I'm better off not even opening at all. So he's literally telling me he's better off keeping the doors closed, not doing takeout or nothing. Because for him to even do that, just to be there, costs too much money. And the money that he'll generate is not going to be enough to cover the expenses of him just being open, just to do takeout and delivery, which is crazy. It's crazy, man. What's that you just sent me? The article. Jamie was shook. Who's Jamie? Well, let me just open it up. I'll just take a look at what you sent me just now. She got a paycheck protection loan. Her employees hate her for it. She got a forgivable loan. This is interesting. Jamie felt like she won a lottery after getting 2 forgivable loans through the Paycheck Protection Program. She saw the $177,000 and the $43,800 loan, one for each of the spas she owned in Washington State, as a lifeline she could use for payroll and other business expenses. She'd halted pay for the 35 employees, including herself, at Oasis Med Spa Salon in Woodinville and the My Day Spa in Bothell in mid-March, when non-essential businesses in Washington closed due to the coronavirus pandemic. When she convened a virtual employee meeting to explain her good fortune, she expected jubilation and relief that paychecks would resume in full, even though the staff, primarily hourly employees, couldn't work. She got a different reaction. It was a firestorm of hatred about the situation. The animosity is an unintended consequence of the $2.2 trillion coronavirus relief package enacted last month. The law for small businesses struggling as a result of COVID, banks backstopped by the federal government can fully forgive the loans under certain conditions. Among them, the bulk of funds must go toward payroll, salaries must remain intact, and employee headcount must not decrease. Businesses have until June 30th to rehire laid off or furloughed workers. Black was trying to meet these rules, especially after her bank reiterated she must continue to pay workers for loan forgiveness. The anger came from employees who determined they'd make more money by collecting unemployment than their normal paychecks. Ooh. Yo. So she says, I couldn't believe it. On what planet am I competing with unemployment? It's a windfall they see coming, she said of unemployment. In their mind, I took it away. Wow. I couldn't believe it. On what planet am I competing with unemployment? Lewis is surely not the only entrepreneur to struggle with such dynamics. More than 26 million Americans filed for unemployment in the 5 weeks ended April 18th, erasing all the jobs created in the decades since the Great Recession. And the Great Recession was 2008, by the way. Lawmakers are poised to infuse an additional $310 billion into the Paycheck Protection Program, which exhausted its initial funding this week. My goodness. Now this is the bullshit right here. This is why they was mad at her. The new law adds a flat $600 a week to the typical weekly benefit paid by one state. So the traditional benefits, which vary between states, replace 40% of one's prior wages. So you still get that plus the 600. Yo, let me tell you something, man. That's fucked up. Now, the reason that that's so messed up is because I think the employees are wrong for doing that. I think that they're wrong because you can still get your unemployment. Like, all right, in order for your employer to get the forgiveness of the loan, you have to keep working. Now, unless something's wrong with you, if you're sick and you can't do it, I understand that. Or if you're afraid to do it, like you scared to go outside like that, I understand. That's one issue altogether. Nobody can, debate with you about that. If you really feel, afraid and you don't want to go outside, you don't want to go to work for that reason, that's one thing. But you telling me that you don't want to do it because you'll get more money on unemployment. When you know that by doing it, the place where you work will likely be saved. Like, in other words, you'll have a job to go back to after things recalibrate and settle down. Now, mind you, the lady has to pay them in order to get forgiveness of the loan, because otherwise the business got to pay that back. She got to pay that money back if she don't use all of it towards paying salaries and paying for her workers. And it has to be for everybody that worked there. That's messed up, man. If that ain't the most selfish shit, that's fucked up. That's messed up, man. Now, mind you, there's businesses that don't get that loan. Right now, there's a bunch of businesses that don't get that. They got it, and y'all motherfuckers don't even want to go and work. Yo, that's messed up. Right. Yeah, it's only until July. Stupid, man. They use money to bail out oil too. But most of the government is all about helping the big businesses. Oh, I read that already. They'd rather have the employees suffer before putting their rich and lavish lifestyle in jeopardy. Adele said, let's talk about how some businesses should not be telling employees that they filed for the program. It's messed up. Yeah, that's messed up, man. That's poor mentality all day. Ramon said in Florida, over 1.5 million people haven't received unemployment, so that kind of mentality can backfire quickly if them checks stop circulating. Yep. I think out of the 26 million, only 16 million have received any money so far. That's the number I heard today. Yeah, exactly. Ramon said, as the boss, I would say, I don't give a fuck about what you think of it. I did this so I can continue to pay your ungrateful ass. Right. Right. I'm doing this for y'all. Because the business still has to run. So like as the business owner, you getting that money, but that ain't free money. In order for that to be forgiven, you have to pay it out to them. So hey, I'm willing to pay y'all so that we can keep the business going. And ultimately that would mean that it would turn into a grant instead of a loan for the business. Y'all would rather opt for going on unemployment because you can get more money from it. Mind you, it's temporary though. That's messed up. Mm. Well, technically, yeah. Unemployment is supposed to be for people that lost their job or got laid off or furloughed or whatever. But I don't know how they gonna find out. Yeah, I don't know how they gonna find that one out. That's the link for it right there. I just posted the link in the chat just now. Ramon, hundreds of thousands of small businesses across the country ain't getting shit. These people thinking over, should I get the employment money instead of keeping my job? That ain't right. Nah, it's not right. Nah, it's not right. It goes to show you how people's mentality is, man. It's fucked up. J. Carr said, hardly anyone here in Kansas got their unemployment. It's been a long time. Shaharva said, goes to show you how many people have these type of jobs that help to support the economy. Yeah. You think the government would care about bailing out the people? It's so backwards. It's so backwards. They shouldn't even have a process where you have to apply. They should just categorize essential businesses if you want to do it that way. And if it's an essential small business, let them get the money first. Or have two separate ways of distributing to larger ones and to smaller ones. Don't just have a big open generic thing that everybody got to apply to, and then now there's an application process and all this red tape and bullshit. I hate the fact that the government does stuff like that. Why don't you already know information? You already have information from taxes. You know what businesses make. They file their taxes. You know what they made. So you can go just off of information that you already have available instead of creating an application process that slows everything down and doesn't get the money where it's needed the most. That shit is stupid. Yo, it's the first time I had a cookie from Starbucks. Shit's good. I ain't gonna front. Their cookies are good. Yep. Right. Jakar said, I thank God every day I was able to keep my job. Walker said that unemployment check is enabling complacency. How long does the unemployment last if it's temporary? I think that $600 is only until July. That extra money is only until like July or something. But unemployment itself usually lasts anywhere from, 6 months to a year. And then sometimes they extend it. But you got to realize that this is very different. This unemployment situation was not caused by a financial problem. It's not like the economy wasn't all right. The economy was okay. Not to say that a recession wasn't coming eventually. But these job losses is not because of financial shit. This is as a result of a health issue, a health crisis versus a financial crisis. So the dynamic is different. You got to deal with it in a different way. And I don't think that they're really dealing with it the best way that they can be, in my opinion. Because they're just doing a lot of shit where money is going different places, but it ain't going where it's actually going to make a difference after this is finished with. It would make the most sense to keep businesses in business, because when this is over with, the small businesses are the heart of the economy to begin with. We think it's the big ones, it's the small ones. Small business is what keeps the economy going. And the government knows that. Yeah, you cannot get unemployment if you quit your job. Right, you got to get laid off or fired. Jamal, the loan is forgivable if the employees come back to work. No loan is free. The way the unemployment is how they are going to get their money. It's all part of the plan. Gator said, what is loan forgiveness? Loan forgiveness is just simply a loan turning into a grant. If you meet whatever the stipulations are for the money that they lent you, what they are willing to do is not, like you don't got to pay it back. If you meet all the stipulations, you don't got to pay the money back. So it turns into a grant. It's like they just gave you that money to be able to use it for a specific purpose. So for these small businesses, or for businesses, I should say, that receive this loan, it's to keep payroll and salaries going during this time. So if they are able to do that, meaning if the employees come to work so that they can get paid, and then they pay these employees for that block of time that the loan was given to them for, like they're giving them a loan to pay their employees to keep the business going in the interim. And what happens is at the end of whatever the stipulation period is, if you met the stipulations, you don't got to pay the money back. If you didn't meet the stipulations, you do have to pay the money back. So that's what loan forgiveness is. The PPP will be forgiven, but they still got to pay the interest. The other loan, EDL or whatever it's called, is completely forgivable up to $10,000. Paley says, so we could survive without big businesses. Yeah. You don't think you could survive without Walmart and Target? We would get by without them. What you think was happening before Walmart? Like, just think about that for a second. Before you had big stores like that, what was people doing? They was going to local businesses for everything. See, you can take it back. Back in the day, you used to have a butcher. Like now you go to the supermarket and you get your meat or whatever, and you used to mass production. There was the time where you had a butcher shop. You had a fruit stand. Like, and I'm talking about everywhere. Before you had big businesses, small businesses existed. Mom and pop stores. That's where the whole phrase mom and pop store comes from. And even now, like even still now, even with big businesses in certain neighborhoods, it's some people that don't ever really go to Walmart. Like it's some people that don't ever go to big stores. So they stay local in their community and within their community. Like right now in New York City, in certain neighborhoods, it's regular, like the regular store is open. Regular stores is open. They've been open the whole time. They ain't never closed. They ain't closed yet. They've been open the whole time. What you want? You want a sandwich? You want salad? You want a juice? You can go get water, juice, soda, chips. They got dishwashing liquid, like anything that you can think of, they have in a local store that you can go and get whatever you need. You like oodles and noodles? What you need? You want that? Cold cuts? You know what I'm saying? You want a chicken sandwich? Fried wings? What you want? And they've been open the entire time. The only difference is now they got a mask on and they're serving the food or whatever. And the dude behind the counter, like now they're putting up the glass dividers, the fiberglass divider in the store. But other than that, business ain't never closed. They ain't closed yet. You understand what I'm saying? So like stores, that's an essential business. So it ain't going nowhere. And in the hood, they've been open. They ain't closed. And they will remain open. Yeah, the bodega, man. Bodega ain't never closing. So that's what I mean about, like, without big businesses, that you'll still have small businesses and you'll still be able to get what you need. The small, even right now, regular small mom and pop discount stores, not even a 99-cent store, the regular local discount store, you know, like where you can get a broom, a mop, you can get alcohol, soap pads, dishwashing liquid, a rug, curtains. Like these local discount stores, they sell everything. Every day, they got boxes and boxes and boxes of shit coming in. They ain't run out of tissue yet. Like the whole issue with the tissue, how people was going to Target and people, like all the tissue was gone. The tissue was never going in the hood. The hood had tissue the whole time. Whatever you need, tissue. They had alcohol, peroxide. They had hand sanitizers. They ain't never run out of that. All the stuff that you normally would get anywhere else in the hood, it was here the whole time. It never ran out, not once. So yep. Richie said he going to the bodega to get a sandwich. Come on, Richie, you know what it is. That's right. Give me a chicken sandwich. Light on the mayo, man. Sure Harvard said, blows my mind so many people holding important seats where they're in a position to make change allow lobbyist money to keep them from doing the right on Capitol Hill. It makes more sense to have human-centered capitalism. They so far from that. It's ridiculous. They are so far from that. They don't care about none of that shit. Excuse me. They don't care about none of it. And I mean, it's sickening when you think about to what degree they don't care. Yep, neighborhood small business. Oh, they still do that. Yeah, you can run a tab in the store. Because probably know where you live. You live right down the block. Now you want to run a tab? All right. Yep, pay him later. Because he know He know he gonna get money on the 1st and the 15th, and he gonna get money at the end of the week because that's when you get paid. Sean said, I'm still shocked some food service workers don't wear gloves and masks here in Virginia. I think that's a little outrageous to not do that just as a precaution. Like, regardless of even like what state you in, I think that people should be doing more of that. Like now, like about 90, I would say 90% of people in New York are wearing masks. And I think that the mask is more important than gloves. The mask is way more important than gloves. I think that people be doing extra stuff with gloves and they make it worse as far as the spreading of germs because they don't know what to do with gloves. People, I see people eating food with gloves on. I see people touching their mask and doing like this with the glove on. No, no, no. When you got the gloves on, you don't touch nothing. Don't touch anything with the gloves. That's why you better off not even wearing gloves if you're gonna wear gloves. The whole idea of a glove is whatever you touch after you finish handling all of the stuff that you don't want on your hand, take the glove off and throw it in the garbage. Stop eating burgers with your gloves. Stop touching your mask and doing this with your glove. What are you doing? Yeah, but they need like a whole tutorial. They need a whole documentary on how to wear gloves if you're gonna wear them. Defeating the purpose. Yeah, I don't even bring the bags in the house. I don't even bring the bags in the house. I take the stuff out the bags, leave the bags outside. Yeah, cause they be having gloves on, touching everything. Where she didn't touch the bags with the gloves. They gonna do it. They gonna do it. Yeah, that's another one. That's another one. Yo, I wish I could tell. I be wanting to honk the horn when I see people doing that. I see people in the car with the mask and the gloves on. In the car. You just came from outside touching everything, and now you in the car touching everything. I'm telling you, man. Yo, I think I might make a tutorial and like, listen, this is what you don't want to do with gloves. Stop doing this with your gloves on. Shit is crazy. Yeah, that's not how it works. That's not what we do. But yeah, definitely. New health and safety training need to be mandatory for service workers, especially those who haven't been open this whole time. I agree. I agree. They should have protocol for food handling. If you're handling food, you cannot touch money. Like, you know how they take your money, either cash or your card or whatever. If you're handling money, you shouldn't touch the food at all. The food handling should be done by somebody separate altogether. Nobody should be touching money and touching your food or even your bag. That should be separate. It should be separate. And I don't know why they don't do that everywhere. But that should be separate. Right. Once you touch your clothes, it's coming in the house. Exactly. Jelani said, do it or have the rent man do it. I should definitely have rent man do it. I have rent man, mountain rent man do it. Woolly mammoth rent man. Like, listen, man. Like, if you don't follow these simple rules for proper glove and mask management, you will be immediately throat punched. Like, I will come hunt you down and throat punch you. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yo, I'm about to start handing these out to people that work in places. Like, listen, keep this right there, and every time that you touch something, you spray. Touch, spray, touch, spray. If you handling shit that somebody giving you from outside, you got sprayed. You got to spray that off, bro. You're going to have to keep a sanitized environment where you at. Come on, man. Yeah, it might pop on TikTok. For real. That's actually a good idea. I might actually try to do something like that. That's very interesting. Yeah, definitely cleaner than gloves. Hell yeah. Definitely. Yeah, sanitizing and moisturizing. For real. In the car. There's proof of it. Shit. Documented. J. Carly said, I went to the drive-through liquor store. First of all, you got a drive-through liquor store? Wow, that's ill. That's Scully right there. She said the guy used sanitizer before he touched my card, used my card, handed it back, and used the sanitizer again. Yep. Yep. There you go. Gloves make sense if you're pumping gas or you're quickly touching something and then you dispose of them before you touch your car door. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Over a whole year, daily proof. All factual. Actual factual. Yeah, they got the drive. Yeah, you got the gangster drive-through liquor. That's crazy. That's gangster. That's some gangster shit right there. Then and mind you, yeah, it's in Kansas. They got the drive-through liquor, but they don't got White Castle no more though. Insanity. The irony. In touch that I've been working since this started. Personally, COVID is like wet paint. It's gonna get everywhere. Me, I just stay vitamined up. It's hard for COVID to attack an immune system that's well maintained. Keep your soldiers strong. Yep. In touch, that's how you do it, man. Yeah, we be having these conversations all the time. Vitamin C, ginger, elderberry, all of that, man. Eat better, you know. If you're gonna mess with Starbucks like me, you gotta make sure that you run a couple of miles. Yeah, echinacea. Yep. And there we go. Melody said, every time I see Mark pump sanitizer, I end up doing it subconsciously. I pump, you pump, we pump. No doubt. Yep. They got all that in Texas? She said they got daiquiri shacks. You can take your drinks to go. Sound like they got a lot of drunk people in Texas too. There, they got the drive-through liquor, the shacks. Oh, Shahar, you got a spray bottle now? Power to the people. Power to the people. Nah, duh, that's just a fact. I know that y'all get lit. It's all right. You ain't the only ones. Petty said, we trade together, we clean together. That is a fact. Yo, Shahara's ill with that bleach. She keeps the bleach on deck. Oh, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about one of the safer places that you might be able to go um in the summertime is probably the pool. You might be all right at the pool. That pool full of chlorine. Ain't nothing living in there. That's for damn sure. I guess the most dangerous part would be when you get out the pool and then you be around people. But inside the pool, you be all right. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, you know what? Might just chill at the pool. Oh yeah, nah, you can't play no shots game with the sprays. Nah. Yeah, you're definitely gonna suffer. Yeah, what is it? What's the name of that game? So basically, every time I spray the pump, y'all got to take a shot of liquor. Oh my goodness! Everybody on here be bent. He said, just don't. Yeah, make sure you don't drink it. Keep your mouth and eyes closed. Oh gosh, this stuff is funny. Paley said Paley's be the first one to go. He said he got that 22-year-old liver, weak in the knees. That liver ain't there yet, Paley's. You over here messing with professionals, professional drinkers. That MRMH just start popping up left and right when you drunk. Be like, hey, everything's MRMH. Hey guys, did you see that MRMH? That was an MRMH right there too. You start sounding like that. Right, yeah, you drink and train, you get unmuted. Oh, snap. Intest said people don't understand the face has 20,000 pores, COVID slides in all of it. Mm. And it's not just your face with pores either. Yeah, I mean, it like the whole thing with viruses and shit like that, and just like the spreading of germs is crazy. If you think about it, like just somebody talking, like how somebody's talking, when you speak, the distance of whatever you carrying is going out. Like forget a sneeze. A sneeze go mad far. And a sneeze goes further than 6 feet too, by the way. A sneeze goes more like 20 feet. If somebody just was to sneeze, I chew like that shit is going mad far. Yep, skin is the largest organ, correct. I mean, we the other day when we was talking about this, there's no doubt about it that like I feel like everybody has been exposed to this shit. I don't feel like anybody has not been exposed to this. I believe everybody has. Not to say that you actually were infected to the point where it might have went into your system. You've been around it though, whether you actually got infected by it or not. Of course, it has to penetrate um, through your nasal cavity, and if it goes into your lungs, that's what you don't want. But basically, even if you touching it, if you touching it and it's alive, before it dies, it has an opportunity to infect you, but it may not infect you. But my point is that you've been around it and you've been exposed to it. That would have to have been the case. What was the article yesterday? I think Ramon sent it to me yesterday. Um, they tracked back in the U.S. the first COVID case, and I think they tracked it back as early as February. The actual first person that had it, and they got it because the lady died, and they did an autopsy on her, and she was positive, and this was back in February. So all the shit we was talking about as far as like how it been here, they gonna keep digging and keep digging. They'll keep going further and further back. Watch, I guarantee you, they'll go further back than even that lady, as far as how long it's been here. That shit been here for mad long already. Been here for mad long. Yep. Yeah, sneeze hangs in the air. Right, exactly. You could walk into it without knowing, even if you're 6 feet away, could have sneezed and then walked away. Right. Payless, we probably get smacked with bacteria every day. That's why it's important to take consistent showers. Not even probably. You do. You do. It's bacteria everywhere. We're made up of bacteria. But you got good bacteria that agrees with you, and then bad one that don't. That'll tear your ass up. Over the AC vent, the sneeze goes as far as 20 feet easily. Wendy, what's happening? Um, Dahlia said Cuomo just said the antibody tests are in for New York. 14% of the population may have already had it. Watch how that number keep going up. Watch. See, and they only deal with the data based on information that they actually have. So again, this is not a surprise. I'm not surprised by any of this. We've been talking about this shit the whole time. Yep, wind blowing is going even further. That's a fact. This is crazy. You talking about a fart is the best example of how a virus could move. It lingers in the air. Mm-mm-mm. I'm fearful once things start opening up everything, those who were in the home about to get it. Oh, you mean people that were home? I don't think that. I mean, well, first of all, just the whole conversation about them reopening things back up. Just because you give people permission to open back up, don't mean that they're going to. That's first of all. Second of all, just because businesses are open back up, don't mean everybody just coming back outside like that. I don't think anything is happening right away, even once they say it's okay or you can or whatever. People are actually not as stupid as you think that they are, even though a lot of people are stupid. But overall, people are not stupid. So nobody is going, like, just with everything that has happened, like just like how now I'm seeing now 9 out of 10 people walking around with a mask on right now in New York. Now, it took a while to get to that point, but it goes to show you eventually if people keep listening and hearing, watching, seeing, listening, hearing, watching, seeing, eventually they're going to do and they're going to follow what everybody else is doing, right? So there's a delayed reaction of people and what they do. Nobody is just going to do anything right away. That's the proof of it. The fact that everybody wasn't wearing a mask right away. It took time, but now everybody got a mask on. Everybody got a mask on. Like 90% everybody got a mask on. I'm seeing very few people walking around with no mask on. Very few. And this is here in New York. So that's like a good barometer to use of the way that people are. People have a delayed reaction to everything. So no one does anything right away. It's like follow the leader. You know what I'm saying? So enough people have to do something in order for the herd to actually want to participate in it, because now you start to feel more comfortable because you see other people doing it. But who's going to be the first one to do it? That's the question. You don't have testing yet, right? They're not capable of testing people. So why am I coming outside without a mask on or going anywhere, being around people, and I don't know who got it still? I'm not doing that shit. This is the average person now thinking like this. You see what I'm saying? So they've already conditioned people now to not just be in the house, but to stay away from other people. People are they've been conditioned over these few weeks to stay away from motherfuckers. It took weeks. But now when you look at how people move, keep your distance. You see people walking down the street, they'll do one of these and walk around you. Nobody's coming in close contact. Nobody's doing that shit. People are keeping their distance. So now you see how it takes time to condition people to be a certain way. So now that you have them that way, what are you saying? Oh, it's all right to go around hugging everybody and kumbaya? That shit ain't gonna happen. Nah, man. It ain't gonna happen like that. So well, the people on the beach are just stupid. Because they was doing that the whole time though. So I think those are just stupid beach people that don't give a shit. But I'm talking about just like I'm gonna always use the reference of New York because New York has mad people in it. So as I'm looking at the progression of how it has happened here, New York is a hot spot for one. Two, people weren't wearing masks right away. Like at first it was half and half. Even when they started talking about, to stay home, and then they started locking everything down, it took a little minute before people started having masks. But then when people started gradually putting the masks on, now it took all of this time for like almost everybody to wear a mask. So that goes to show you that people get conditioned over time through the repetition of the information coming out. You keep telling everybody, hey, social distance, keep your distance. You don't want to get sick. You keep telling them that, eventually they'll act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So it'll take time, but eventually they'll do it. I think I gotta move from here. This damn phone is overheating again. Damn. There ain't even no sun on the phone. And the battery dying. Alright, let me relocate. I turn the AC on. Alright, try to cool this thing off real quick. Shahar said, I know a lot of people said that they will continue social distancing for the rest of the year. See, and I'm telling you, a lot of it has to do with the fact that people over these past few weeks have been conditioned to do it. Just like I said, they didn't do it right. Like, people didn't do it right away at first. I'm like, damn, why motherfuckers don't have masks on? And that's because it takes people time before they actually move when something is happening and something is going on. And then when they move, it's going to take them time to move back. You see what I'm saying? So she said, if I'm out getting anything, someone doesn't give me 6 feet, I'm saying something. Bad. Oh, you're talking about the likes? How many likes? It's 19 likes right now. 19 likes, 27 of y'all, 30 of y'all. So 11 of y'all ain't liked the video yet. What's up with that? Please like the video. Thank you. Yep. Yep, you know it. "21 days to create a habit." Jamal said, as I said before, New York goes, so will the whole country. Ramon said, all these people on Facebook pretending to be doctors were joking and mocking people who wore masks. Nowadays, they all be quiet. Shahaba said, there's notices in stores that you can't enter without a mask, so people are forced to do it regardless. Get him, Jelani. He said, y'all know the deal. Shouldn't have to go through this every day with y'all. Get him. All right, let me see what this thing doing. Is this thing charging now? Hold up. Let me see something. See if it cooled off. All right, look like it's charging now. All right, we good. All right. Yeah, them people are wilding. Them protesters, I don't even look at that. So I don't even know what they even protesting about. Like, I don't get it. Why are you outside without a mask on, first of all? Talking about you protesting some shit. Protesting what? J-Car said some chick had a sign that said, my body, my choice, with the band sign over a mask. Like, okay, you go ahead and ban your mask. Go ahead. Jackass. Ernest, didn't Trump say that he never put on a mask? He said that in one of his presses, so all his minions would that up and walk around without masks. Stupid. Oh, you know something else too that I found out, and it just was. I mean, like, I don't want to seem insensitive, but I'm just like, why? I'm just like, why? Why that before people? So come to find out, 2 cats were diagnosed with COVID. 2 cats. One of them, the owner had it, obviously gave it to the cat. The other cat had it, but the owner didn't have it. That's not even my question. Y'all know what my question is. Let me see what y'all say to that. What's my question? Adult said, and a dog had it. So that's 3. My question is, how? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Walker. How y'all testing cats and dogs and ain't testing people? What's that? Y'all got a test for the cat? Like what was the reason for even testing the cat? The one where the owner didn't have it. So what happened? You tested the owner and then you tested the cat? So I'm gonna charge it to that. I'm just gonna assume, all right, you tested the 2 owners and their cat. I'll just say that. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Because otherwise, why are you testing the cat? Shit just sound crazy, man. Oh, another thing. Now this I understand. In the zoo, there's a zoo in New York. 8 tigers have it. They tested some of the obviously they tested all of the animals. They had to. Because the zoo animals are like, they live there. It's not like they just there by choice. They live in the zoo because they were brought there. So you got to take care of them. So they tested the tigers. Come to find out, I think 8 tigers and there's another animal in the zoo that tested positive. So I think that they must have tested all the animals. I understand that. That's the zoo. That's like family. The tigers, everybody know the tigers. So I get that. Yeah, how did tiger get it? Right. But this is going to show you. That's my question. Right. This is what I'm saying. Jelani said, did they test the zookeepers? Thank you. You'll know that 8 tigers got it, but do any of the zookeepers have it? What the hell? The tigers are in the zoo. They in the zoo in their domain. It ain't like you go to the zoo and pet a tiger. So the only ones that come in contact with the tigers are the zookeepers. They're not in contact with no other human beings. So it's either that or people was coughing and sneezing on the tigers. When the zoo was still open, like it must have been people coughing and sneezing and shit on the tigers. Who knows? So very interesting. Right. Tigers automatically, they practice social distance all day. They're like, fuck a 6 feet rule. I got a 60-foot rule. Give me 60 feet, bro. Give me 60 feet. But this is just interesting stuff, man. They got the corona vaccine for animals. Nah, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Hold on. Canine coronavirus vaccine, 2001. Okay. Well, and not I'm not trying to defend them, but I know that there are different types of the coronavirus though. SARS is a type of coronavirus. I think there was another one. I don't know if H1N1 is in the same family. SARS is a coronavirus. Coronavirus is like the way that the virus is and the way that it replicates. So this particular virus is a mutation. It's a different one. It's not the same one. So I don't think that it's the same thing. Like whatever the vaccination is that they had, it's not for this. This is not that. I don't believe. It's different. And whatever, like this COVID shit is contagious like crazy. And that's that's what happens, I believe, with any virus at first. And it's until we develop the antibodies for it that we can even fight it and deal with it. Yeah, some of these comments I cannot read at all. Hell crazy. Yo, y'all are nuts. Yes, please do. Go the distance and share it. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You went to bestiality, huh? Mm-mm-mm-mm. In Touch said the Tigers are the main attraction. The owners protecting their assets. That's like every basketball team. Took the test also. Understandable, but if you're testing the Tigers, you got to be testing the zookeepers. Otherwise, that doesn't make sense. That's the dumbest shit ever. Because what do you think? Who gave it to the Tigers? It's spread by human contact or by organism contact. Obviously, if animals are getting it too, so not just humans. It's spread through contact. Right, different strains of different viruses. Shahara said H1N1's not a strain though. I don't think H1N1 is even in coronavirus. It's not one of the coronaviruses. It's a different thing. I think H1N1 is the bird flu, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong too. But I know that it's separate. It's a different thing. But I know SARS is coronavirus because that's the last one. But SARS is different than this one is. This one is worse. Who's Karen? What you talking about? I'm not sure who you're talking about. The Ellen Show? What y'all talking about? Karen owns 100 cats. Who was Karen? That's funny. Rich said they probably tested the stab, but they ain't bringing in the dollars like the Tigers. Yeah, y'all are crazy. Yeah, I'm totally lost. I don't know. I don't even know what Karen is. Who Karen is. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna sit that one out. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that this one is man-made. Tiger King on Netflix. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, so that's why I'm lost. Yeah, y'all watch a lot of shit. I don't be watching all that shit. Yeah, I don't even know what Tiger King is. I don't know. I'm sorry. Shahara said, Karen is not important. Just don't walk up on her slow with the hood on. She'll get you locked up. Mm. Okay. The new white girl bashing slang. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna sit that one out. I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, how about them Yankees? That's my code word. Anytime I want to talk about some shit, I'll be like, how about them Yankees? Yeah, so I have found that interesting too with them cats, man. I couldn't understand. I'm like, so you know that cats got it, but you don't know if every human has it or don't have it. Okay. Sending people home when they come for a test. Makes perfect sense to me. Pineapple. The zookeeper wasn't washing his hands. Y'all are funny. Touching the raw meats. Well, I've been actually looking at the market this whole time. Market is actually doing too much. That's why I didn't talk about it. Market's actually doing a lot right now. It's moving. It's moving way. It's just doing too much. And I'm looking at the euro in particular at this moment. So it is doing too much. Code 10. That's funny. I know what movie that's from. Your man Joe Clark. Yeah, it was kind of doing too much, like kind of all day. It was doing all right yesterday. Today it just decided not to be doing all right, I guess. In the morning, got you. That was a good exercise too, Walker, on with the picture in the chat. That was a very good exercise. I like those because you get an idea of who might be actually confused by things a little bit. So that was very good. I like that. That was very good. Shahar, you pulled up. Weighted blanket last night and was late logging into work. Figured you'd appreciate that since you're the blanket king. Weighted blanket? That's hard. Yo, are these numbers real? Do you see the numbers of the live stream right now? What is that? I wonder if that's real. Hold on. That's crazy. I wonder if that's real or a glitch. J. Carter, you see that, right? Mm-hmm. The numbers just keep going up. What is that about? Yo, if y'all are real and not a robot, hit that like button. 116. 117. 119. This is happening. 122. 124. Yeah, this got to be like a glitch or something. I don't know about that. 125. Yeah, somebody did hit the thumbs down. How dare you? Yeah, record that, Jay, because I don't know what that's about. Yeah, you see the number, right? 134. 135. This is Team Alliance. Team Alliance, Team Alliance. Team Alliance, Team Alliance. Yo, yeah, but that's crazy though. I'm wondering if, I mean, it's a possibility that maybe somebody shared it and the numbers are going up like that. Or it's fake numbers, or it's a glitch, or something crazy. Jizza, new here. What's this channel about? This channel is about trading. And everything else in between. Trading, Jizza, trading. Paylor, you know ain't no pitch. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. So people are seeing it from the recommended. Very interesting. Yeah, well, he just kind of, he kind of gave me a reason now why he's even seeing the live come up. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is crazy right now. That's crazy. Very interesting. Well, for everybody that's here for the first time, welcome. Some of y'all will probably never come back because we crazy here. But who knows? Some of y'all might stick around because the content here is awesome. Yeah, that's crazy right there. Anybody that's new on here, what y'all think about this 26 million unemployment? Let me see how many of y'all are actually real people. I see 156 people. If anybody's real, comment. Other than Jizza. Jizza said he from Europe, can't talk about it. Indeed. So Jizza, what is it looking like in Europe right now? Like as far as businesses, as far as jobs and stuff. And like where are you from in Europe? Yeah, now it's going backwards. That's why I said it probably was a glitch. But what they might have done was they might have put it in recommended on people's feeds. So just a bunch of people that might have clicked on just to take a look at what it is. From Croatia. Everything closed here except drugstores, pharmaceuticals, and food stores. Okay. Pretty much. Come watch a dude in his car. I heard he goes off on epic rants. Shamari, what's good? He says states out of funding, not to be negative, yet the worst is yet to come. He said also since the start of this BS, 4,000 people lost jobs, which is a lot in a 4.5 million country. So the population is 4.5 million and 4,000 jobs lost is a lot. Well, how many people are in the workforce? In Croatia. Yeah, if anybody's sharing the video. Nice. Oh, Jelani, he knows his geography. He said, are you in Zagreb or Split? Yeah, it doesn't. That's why I was asking like how many people are actually even in the workforce. Because he said 4,000 jobs lost. In the US is 26 million job loss. So they get okay, so 1.5 million in the workforce, and out of that 4,000 jobs. Well, damn, what's the unemployment rate? What's the normal unemployment rate then? 0? Because if 4,000 is a lot out of the workforce, then you probably basically don't have unemployment. That's kind of crazy. I'm just trying to like make sense out of the numbers that you gave. Um, 7.9 is unemployed. So 7.9% unemployment is typical. That's what you're saying? trying to line the numbers up. He said from 2020 January, it's 8.4%. Was looking at 2019 records. Okay. So 8.4% out of 1.5 million. So I'm still not understanding how 4,000 is a lot, because it sounds like typically if let's say that the average unemployment rate is 7%. 7% of 1.5 million is way more than 4,000. So why would 4,000 jobs lost be a lot? I'm not connecting the dots. And I'm just trying to make sense out of what you said. I said they're probably mostly self-employed. Okay. Because what, 5%? 5% out of 1.5 million, 75,000. And you guys excuse me, that's just how my brain is. My brain is mathematical, like instantly. So I'm gonna start doing that. But I'm just trying to make sense out of it. Joel, what's good, man? On the 455. Nah, I wasn't even looking. Euro overall just wasn't. It was just doing too much. Oh, Croatia has a female president? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I agree. Maybe 400,000? Yeah, he said 4,000. Um, he said Croatia centralized only in 3 biggest towns. Rest of the country is diluted like 20-cent beer. Currently unemployed number is 140,000. Okay. Mr. Moore said traditional industrial way of working until you're retired is just not possible if you have bigger goals. No, it's not. Yeah, we actually, they talked about that the same day when I was talking about Shake Shack. Ruth's Chris, they got 20 million from the small business relief, and then they gave it back. I mean, I felt like you shouldn't even been applying for it, because if you're in position to give it back, that means you ain't needed to begin with. And you gave it back off of being under fire and under pressure, I think, from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were talking about you and saying stuff about it, and then you gave it back. So it's like, if nobody would have said anything, would you have given it back? Just crazy, man. Nah, we always on topic. Whatever we talking about at the time is the topic. Topic is always subject to change at the moment. So 100 people's here. I should summon the rant man. I should summon the rant man. Give the rant man some shine. And I'm joking. I'm just joking. Yes, I mean, if there's people in here, if y'all if y'all have thoughts about the topic, talk about it. I'm definitely curious to know what y'all think about this. Like, it's a lot going on right now with unemployment, with businesses, people being affected. All right, hopefully this battery don't die again. Yeah, my phone is acting weird today. YouTube is acting a little weird today, but we back on it. I think Jizza had a comment. I saw somebody reply to it. He said, we have more imports than exports. Most fertile land in Europe is here, and we only have 23% used. The rest is in the bushes. You can buy a house there for 10,000 on 2K M2 parcel. I have no idea what any of that means. He said also to add, Croatia's 30% of income is from tourism. Beautiful Adriatic coast, so that's quite a big hole. Yeah, I'm not sure what he meant by that. He said, think the government reacted very quickly. At the moment, we average 30 plus or minus 10 VAS 2 days ago, only 12 people. People per day detected, which is linear, following German method as we follow everyone. So he said it means 2K meters squared. We're in a metric system. Okay, yeah, because we didn't know what you was talking about. We in the I didn't know what that meant system. Yes, all of us. Yeah, definitely good. Some good information from Jizza. Good stuff. So Jizza, what do you do? Like for what do you actually do for a living? Whew. We spraying alcohol like it's cologne. Shahar said American founders weren't so smart. They threw the metric system out hundreds of years ago. Here we go. Yeah, wipe your phone off. Nah, I stay spraying my clothes. I spray my whole, I spray everything. Like my kids be choking in the house. They're like, oh, oh. I'll be spraying them up. If I hear anybody sniffle or any of that, you get sprayed up. All of that, Shamari, all of that. Spray literally everything. Shoot. Phone, steering wheel, computer, seats, me, all of that. Yeah, that's why I love alcohol. Yeah, thank you, Jay Carly, for putting that out there. Yeah, I was interested to see what Jizza did. Oh, okay, so you do trade. Ah, so now we're making the connection. So he said he trades Forex and futures, still in college, no money to invest, but have demos and been in this for the last 5 years. So Jizza, how old are you? About 22, 23, or 19 or 20? I'm sure you're not consuming rubbing alcohol. We know the alcohol you talk about. Yeah, Ponsol is another good one. I keep that in the bathroom. Mars said, yeah, I was about to say, damn. Yeah, so Jizza sound young. He said he's still in college, so he sound like he's pretty young, actually. Ernest got to live it like a bull. He said, countryside kid here. My mom sprays everything with homemade apple cider vinegar. Oh, man. So your mom, she definitely sound like she country, definitely. First of all, anybody that makes apple cider vinegar is country. That's number one. That's already you done separated yourself from everybody. He said, "Oh, they're different alcohols." I'm acting like you ain't even asked that. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is good for a lot of stuff. So I didn't even think about the college, the kids in college. Actually, I didn't even think about that because my son is out of college now, so I didn't even give that no thought. So, what's going on with people in college, like on dorms? Are people staying on dorms? And what the hell y'all doing back behind my car, yo? Oh no, I think homie locked his keys in the car. All right, time to dip. Don't ask me to help. I can't help you with that, homie. He done locked his keys in the car. He locked everybody out too. All three of them cannot get back in the car. That sucks. And it's a BMW. I know you ain't breaking the glass on that one. No matter what. Save them. Sure. Right, you better call AAA. They locked out. That's what happened. Like, damn, man. Why would y'all all get out, though? They got all these apps now, too, will let you unlock the car from the app. So if you don't have the key or whatever, at least you can unlock the door. Yeah, that's what I would think, Ernest. I'm saying the same exact thing as you writing it. After your feeling mask. Yeah, in case shit. Well, shit happened. Uh-uh-uh. He said just call BMW, they'll get him in. I don't know. It's looking like they all left their phones in the car. I don't see not one of them on the phone. Crazy. And they trying to get in there too. I'm looking at the car. The car, and it actually is a newer BMW too. Look like it's maybe a 2018. Yes, they should. Hey, if you're not using the app, bet you use it now. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Could be a rental. Didn't even think about that. Well, they got it open. They got it open. I don't know what he did, but he got the driver's side door open. All right, they good. Yes, sir. Can I please? No. But I no speaking the English. I'm definitely aware of my surroundings. Yes. Yeah. Now we back to our regularly scheduled program. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I think there might have been a surge in the numbers because maybe it was coming up in lists. It might have came up in the recommended list briefly, or maybe that didn't even happen. Maybe it was a glitch. Because usually the numbers is like in the 20 to 30 range, like that. And then nobody wasn't saying shit. So. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, there's the first yawn. Lord help us. Yo, I don't be lasting no time when I come outside in the car, man. I'll be out here for like 2-3 hours. I'm ready to go back in the house. Numbers drop when I sneezed. It's like, God, nah, homie in the car with the COVID. Yeah, it's funny. You ain't gonna be able to go nowhere and do nothing. You can't cough, sneeze. You do any of that shit, everybody gonna be looking at you like, I was thinking about it today too. I wonder what people gonna be doing, like at first, when they do reopen up certain businesses. I think Georgia, they talking about reopening barbershops, gyms, and beauty salons. And then next week, because this is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, barbershop, beauty salons, and gyms supposed to reopen tomorrow. And then next week, they're going to reopen some restaurants and bars. I'm curious to know what people will actually do as far as going to any of them. Definitely curious to know what people are going to be doing. And this is Georgia. There was another state that said that they was going to reopen. The mayor or somebody from that state, I think it was Vegas, said that they was going to reopen. Yeah, there's really doppelgangers in this world, like people that be looking exactly like somebody else, and it's not them. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. There's no. You're on number 2. You're on number 2, man. Excuse me. They feel like a pizza day. Damn. Damn, alcohol choking me. Yeah, I haven't had pizza since last week. Today's pizza day, definitely. Yep. Same vibe. Yep. It's like it's only a certain amount of time that I can even go by without me getting a pizza. Like for real. Shiny, you already know. Slicing a Pepsi. That's it. Pepsi on ice. That's it. Yo, Shani, that is like one of the quintessential meals for New Yorkers, for real. Or for just the whole tri-state. Period. Shamari said he made his own pizza yesterday. Mm-hmm. Shahara had personal pizza with wine. Nice. Wine is something I want to get into too. I'm not really into wine like that heavy, but I would like to be. I'm actually very curious about wines because it seemed like I've had very good wines before, and then I've had horrible wines, and I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand why. Like what made that the one that I tasted taste horrible, and then the one that was delicious, I'm not sure why it was so good. Like I didn't know anything. It just was one of those things where somebody offered me some wine, and the wine that they offered me was delicious. And then another time I had wine, that shit tasted horrible. So I couldn't tell you what the difference was. I don't know nothing about it. So I'm still very uneducated about it. She said the sulfates, dry versus sweet. Dry versus sweet. Let me see if I can describe the nasty one. The nasty one tasted bitter. And it tasted like heavy. And the one that I tasted that was real good, it was light. And it had a little bit of tart to it. And it was like an aroma. Like before I even drank it, I was like, ooh, that smells great. Like the aroma hit me before I even tasted it. I was like, I got a feeling this is gonna be good. And when I tasted it, it was mad good. So, like I'm trying to describe what I was experiencing as far as the aroma and what I smelled, and then compare that to the taste. The way that it smelled was almost identical to the taste. The smell was awesome, and then the wine was awesome. So it's crazy. Yeah, the nasty one, like I said, it was bitter, and it just was all. It just seemed like off. Like it just seemed heavy, if that even makes sense. Adele had spicy chicken sausage pizza today. So today was pizza day for real, huh? Shahara says she like medium wine, sweet reds and whites. Don't discriminate. Oh, between red and white? Mm-hmm. So bitter is dry. Got you. They served the cork bottle. Cork fell into the bottle. Or medium wine. Medium wine is too bitter for my sister. You might like a light sweet wine. That's because that's the best way that I could describe what I had and I liked it. And then there's other times like now I'm trying to compare when I tasted a white wine to when I tasted a red wine and what the difference was. The white wine seemed drier to me. Like it seemed like it was drier to the palate. Like my palate just seemed drier with the white wine versus the red wine. The red wine kind of reminded me a little bit more of grape juice. And not necessarily in a good way, but it kind of just reminded me of that. But the good red wine that I had, it didn't remind me of grape juice. It didn't remind me of anything. It was a very distinct, isolated taste. And I wish I would have got the name of the wine, because that would have made it a lot easier, like to explain why I liked it, because y'all probably know more about it than me. He said start with a port maybe. Seems like you prefer sweet. I definitely prefer sweet. Because like the bitterness of the nasty wine, I was like, ugh. Like it just was tasting like liquor. It tasted more licorice than like wine. It just seemed like wine is not supposed to taste like liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like it was too much. Jizza said in Croatia, we drink white wine with sparkling water. Half and half or if you're hardcore, you go for 2/3 ratio. That sounds good. Sparkling wine? That seemed like that's right up my alley too. J. Cardi says she prefers sweet but don't know that much about wine. Yeah, that sparkle sounds real good. Here go Ernest. He said you mix your wine with water. Stella Rosa or a sweet port. Okay. You know what the white wine kind of remind me of a little bit? It reminded me a little bit of champagne. A little bit. Not a whole lot. It reminded me a little bit of champagne. That's what it reminded me of. So Stella Rosa, all right, I'm gonna try that. Shahara said dry wine's better to cook with. Moscato, I like. I know what Moscato is. I like Moscato. So I don't know what category of wine that is, but I like Moscato. Every Moscato I ever tasted, I like. Didn't even matter the brand. Oh, Moscato's not for dudes? I just drink whatever I like, man. Fuck it. I just make sure I drink it with a chick. So I'll be looking crazy out here. I make sure there's estrogen in the presence. I'll be like, this is hers, this ain't mine. Oh shit. Sauvignon Blanc. See now so that sounds like white wine, right? Is that white wine? Because of blank? Blank is white, right? Blanco. Billy Blanco from the Bronx. So all right, what's a man wine? What's a dude's wine? Wine is already feminine to begin with to me. That's why I don't drink wine like that. But I didn't want to say that because I know that everybody drinks wine. Like, you got wine drinkers, so I ain't gonna say that wine is just a female thing. But I drink liquor. If I'm gonna drink anything, I'm more of a cognac man. Yeah, what's a man's wine? That see, and I didn't want to go there, Mark. He said, "Listen, wine is not masculine." So again, shit. I'm just trying to fit in, trying to blend in with the wine drinkers. Pinot Noir, I tasted that. I tasted a good Pinot Noir, actually. What's Pinot Grigio? Is that wine? Pinot Grigio was wine, right? Okay. All right. So I'm on the right track. All right. Yeah. So I mess with Pinot Grigio. I mess with that. J. Carr said, "Put the wine in a cognac glass and be like, shut up." Oh man. Oh no. She said my ex drink wine all the time. She's like, yeah, you're right. It ain't masculine. Oh shit. Mark said, plenty of men drink wine. It's still not masculine. I drink wine from time to time, but if you're trying to say one wine is more manly than another, then you're playing yourself. Yo, Mark G getting at him. He just got at the whole wine drinking community of men. Yo, that's gangster. Yo, he said, if you try to say one wine is more manly than another, then you played yourself. Come on, Mark, let's go. Let's go. Oh, snap. Shamari said, if Don Corleone can drink wine, I'm drinking wine. I never saw Don Corleone drinking no wine. When did Don Corleone drink wine? I saw him messing with olive oil. I'm just messing with you, Shamari. Oh shit. Yeah, see, Mark is saying all the shit that I had in the back of my mind that I just was like, nah, I'ma chill. I was like, I'ma chill. I ain't gonna just dead wine. Let me try to blend in with the wine drinkers. But yeah, I ain't gonna front. I kind of felt like that, low key. So if wine is women only, then you dissing Shahara. Nah. How? She said that's like saying whiskey is for men. Nah. All alcohol is for men and women. Because you got women that drink like men. Right? And I know some of y'all ain't gonna agree with this. Some women drink like how a man drinks. The average woman don't like whiskey. The average woman don't like cognac. Those are not women drinks. Y'all are not drinking like that. That's not your first choice, unless you are that type of a drinker as a woman, right? Y'all are just rough drinkers. Look, I'm gonna get at them now. I'm getting at y'all now. Y'all are brown liquor drinkers. You're drinking Henny and all of that. So that yak, y'all with it. But that's not the typical female drink. See? Look at what Shahara just said. She don't like sweet mixed drinks. That's not normal. That is not normal. That's a woman thing. Women love sweet mixed drinks. See, because you're real drinkers. Your drink with men. Oh snap! Y'all drink with the dudes. They call it. She said she like brown liquor more than white liquor. Mm-hmm. Shahara never had Hennessy. What? Well, Shahara, you already established that you like whiskey. Like that already. That's not normal. Because whiskey is a very specific alcohol beverage. That's a specific liquor. That don't taste like nothing. Whiskey got its own. It's its own category. Yeah, you can drink Henny straight. And she says she don't like vodka. Oh snap! Wow. Oh, Ernest like that Russian. He like that Russian vodka. It's funny. You the first dude I ever even heard talk about stolen yarn. Like just drinking it. You see bourbon. So you like whiskey, bourbon. What's that other it's a very light drink. It's called white something. Strawberry Zinfandel. Strawberry white Zinfandel is a female type of drink. That's a woman's drink. I never heard of a woman that don't like it. Every woman I know that tasted it loves that shit. You do like vodka. And what else? What other liquors is out there that's like kind of like in their own lane? Sapphire is good. Shahara, you like Patron? If you drink Patron, then you really just. Let me see if Shahar liked Patron. She said, yeah, that's fine with me. All right. Oh, not straight? All right, cool. Because I was about to be like, you might have a couple of chest hairs. Like, you might have a couple of chest hairs popping out. She like whiskey, bourbon. Yeah, the Bombay Sapphire in a blue bottle. Yep. Brandy is another female drink. Blackberry brandy. And these are just my strong opinions, of course. She said brandy's for cooking. No, people drink brandy. Blackberry brandy is another popular drink too. Definitely. Yeah, Japanese whiskey is actually very good. Sake, you got to be ready for. Sake not for the lighthearted. Especially not a lot of it. Oh, you did shots with sake? And Jay Carly never had sake. Drinking culture in the East is something else. They're built different. Yeah, they definitely are. It's like embedded into their culture almost. Yep, sake you definitely do take to the head. That's how I feel about Patron too. Patron is for shots. Patron is for shots. What's Ciroc? Ciroc is vodka. I think Ciroc is vodka, right? So Ciroc is vodka. Belvedere is vodka. What's the other one? There's another one. Grey Goose. Those are all vodkas, right? Yeah. So everything I mentioned, I think is vodka. Sky is vodka. Yep. Vodka goes pretty good with cranberry. Can go good with orange juice. It depends on the vodka. Shamari says Ciroc is brandy. Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Is Ciroc brandy or vodka? You said it's brandy. Really? I could have sworn that was vodka, man. Ciroc VS. Okay. Now I name another man drink, Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier is a cognac. Man drink. And it's delicious. Woo, Grand Marnier straight. Neat. Shahar, you drink Grand Marnier too? Mm-mm-mm. Put some hair on your chest. Yep. Ernest, you saying Grand Marnier is feminine or you saying it's not feminine? What are you saying? You said no Grand Marnier is feminine. If you calling that feminine, you bugging. She said, I need to accept I'm living my best 68-year-old man left in a 29-year-old woman's body. Oh, snap. Nah, Ernest, you wildin', man. Ain't nothing feminine about no Grand Marnier. You saying that probably because it's a little sweet. Yeah, it's made from oranges. He said it's orange juice with alcohol. Yeah, 80 proof. It does. It goes very good actually with It goes good in the iced tea. Like I like that better in iced tea than what they put in Long Island iced tea. Grand Marnier and iced tea is delicious. It's good with pineapple. That's if you want to mix it with something, but I don't be mixing with nothing. Drinking that straight up. And it smells awesome. What's another one? Um, and I think Bombay Sapphire is rum. Actually, I think that's a rum. Oh, that sounds good. And a pound cake, that sounds good. You ever make 7 Up cake? And that is a thing. People actually make something called 7 Up cake. They put 7 Up in the batter. That's what it is. It's a gin. My bad. What I say, rum? Yeah, Sapphire is a gin. And I don't even drink a lot of gin, but I like that one in particular. And Shamari says Ciroc is in both brandy and vodka. Okay. Yeah, Shahar, I said that till I tasted it. When the first time I tasted 7 Up cake, I was like, whoa, this shit is delicious. It was very good. Yep, I rock with that 7 Up cake. That joint was the truth. The one I had anyway. she said, she said, gin does things to people. I think any alcohol does. Enough of it. But I know what you mean. Some of them cats quicker than others. Now that's gangster. Mark G said, put 7 Up in your pancake mix. That's gangster right there. Mm. That tequila does things. I would try it because I tasted 7 Up cake before. I would try that in a pancake. Yep, I surely would. Squeaky said, I get hell for calling it pop, but my mom makes a 7 Up cake with all kinds of different pop sodas. So good. You'd be surprised. It's weird what you end up liking too, because like I think for the most part, anytime I see something that it just look funny to me, I'm not really willing to try it right away. It take a lot for me to finally try it, but then sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised, like, and I end up liking something. So it's bugged out. Mark said, real talk, this place out here gets voted best pancakes every year. Someone that used to work there gave me the secret. Wow. That's the secret recipe, huh? 7 Up in the pancakes? That's crazy. He said they use a 7 Up because they don't have carbonated water. What is that? It seemed like it is. I don't know if it's fluffier because of that, but I do know that the one I had, I was like, whoa. I was pleasantly surprised, like big time. And at first, I didn't want to try it. I was like, I don't want no 7 Up in the cake. Like, just the sound of it, I was like, what do you mean 7 Up cake? And when he told me what it was, he was like, yeah, use 7 Up in the cake. I was like, let me just try it. And I tried it, and that was it. Shit was delicious. You can make pro cakes changing the box recipe if you use a box cake mix. Oh, Shahara, you don't like sweet desserts, huh? Don't like your sweets too sweet. Yeah, I mean, I don't like overwhelming sweet, but I don't want it to be lacking nothing sweet about it if it's supposed to be sweet. Like I tasted cobblers that was way too sweet. I was like, I can't even eat this. Like if it got too much sugar in it, I would just won't eat it because it's just too much. But when you eat a good cobbler or like a good pie, and the sweetness just right, and it's like it was baked just the right amount of time, so it's nice and well done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cooked, baked through and through, and the consistency and the textures there. That's what I like. Oh, Adele know about that rum cake and the 7-Up cake. I was wondering why you ain't commenting on it. I figured you would have known about that 7-Up cake, right? Cupcakes that are naturally made. What's naturally made? What does that even mean? Like, what's in it? Oh, so Shahara, you just don't eat no dessert. She said apple pie, peach cobbler, banana pudding. She don't like. That's Shahara. That's everything. What'd you eat? Crust? You just eat the crust from it. Yeah, let me take a slice of that crust. Oh snap! So Shahara, what dessert do you do? Like, do you mess with then? She's Adele said, "Don't know, believe it was made due to the person's sister having diabetes and couldn't eat any cakes." Okay, touche. She said she. So you like cakes, cookies, donuts? All of that shit is sweet though. So you telling me donuts ain't sweet? What kind of donuts you eating? You eating a cruller? Oh snap! You over there eating an old fashioned donut? She said donuts with bacon as a topping. No, come on, Shara. Come on, man. Sherelle said, "Oh, I can hear you from the other room. No pies, Mark." So y'all just don't eat pies at all in your household at all. I got you. Y'all don't mess with pies, cobblers, and what was the other thing she said? It was one more. Yeah, I mean, I love a good pie crust. Don't get me wrong, but what is the pie crust without the pie in it? No warm fruit. Oh, y'all are wilding. Y'all are wilding out, sisters. Y'all are bugging. How y'all don't eat cobbler and apple? Y'all don't eat apple pie? Oh, oh my goodness. And she said a donut with bacon on it. The double no twins. Donut with bacon. So what kind of donut? So all right, let me dig into this. What kind of donut? Like name me a donut that you mess with. look, look. Ernest is offended. He said no cobblers. Fuck this. I'm out of here. Oh gosh. Okay, I got you. I got you. I mean, that makes sense. I got you. But what kind of donuts though? So like no jelly donuts, no glazed donut. What kind of donuts you be? Closet eaters. So no jelly. What about glaze? Okay, glaze, but not too sweet of a glaze. Got you. You like crullers? Bavarian cream? All right, so I ain't gonna go that way. She just said no fillings. So that means no Bavarian cream, no what's the other one with the chocolate on the top and the it's like a custard inside. I forgot what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. It's like Bavarian cream, but instead of powder on the outside, it has a chocolate layer on the top. Boston cream, thank you. So you don't mess with no Boston cream. Yeah, Bavarian cream is not that sweet. And the outside, it has light powder, sugar on the outside. Not that sweet, but they don't mess with the fillings. Okay. So then y'all definitely don't mess with Krispy Kreme. Absolutely no Krispy Kreme, because Krispy Kreme glazed donut is sweet as hell. All right, but you'll do brownies, cookies, cupcakes, cream, ice cream cakes. All right, got you. Do y'all eat ice cream? Adele's like, y'all hurt my soul. What about ice cream? Coconut milk ice cream. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's so sweet. Jelani said can't eat the whole Krispy Kreme. He eat half of it. So you mess with coconut milk ice cream, soy milk ice cream. Got you. So no dairy. Okay, I got you. Yeah, because I just was trying to understand. Because Shahar was like, yeah, eat donuts, but don't eat pie. So I was confused a little bit. But now I understand. Ernest said, who said soy milk? Ernest just let it go. Oh boy. She said milk ice cream is trash. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna just act like I ain't hear that. I would just act like I ain't hear that at all. Nah, it's all good. I mean, like, whatever you eat, you just do what you do for for various reasons. So I understand. I understand. Jelani, you not a fan of pies either? Mm-hmm. Maybe I wouldn't have been either if it wasn't for my grandmother. And it's so funny because as much as I talk about pies and cobbler, I can't find nothing that tastes like my grandmother, so I don't even eat it now. But what I'm saying is, if anybody ever make a cobbler or a pie remotely close to how my grandmother made it, it would get devoured. Like I don't even buy pies and cobblers out because nobody makes it how my grandmother do. Mm-hmm. She said your faults be burning the paint off the wall with your milk ice cream. I guess the people are lactose intolerant. Yeah. You said clearing our wounds with them dairy filled farts. So Sherelle says she baked cakes and cookies, but no pies. Got you. No pies and cobblers. I got you. Yo, y'all a trip. Y'all are hilarious, yo. I don't mess with none of that ice cream. None of that. Cookie dough ice cream? I can't stand that. I mess with pistachio ice cream before I eat anything with mint in it. Mm-mm. Yeah, you took it back to 1950. She said colored. Took it back to civil rights. She said colored folk is lactose intolerant. Oh shit. Homemade vanilla for Jelani. Wedding cake is good. Gotta be a good wedding cake. I tasted nasty wedding cakes. I don't like mint in the ice cream. Nah. Bluebell is a good, yeah, that's a good brand. Yeah, I see, and it's interesting too because I understand why people don't like pie. When I've tasted nasty pie, I get it. You have a nasty pie as a turnoff. But the way my grandmother made a pie, Lord have mercy. The way my grandmother made sweet potato pie, like I'm actually kind of glad I never learned how to do it because I would be fat. I would definitely be fat messing with her pies. Now I've had nasty pies. That's how I know what can turn a person off about a pie. Yep. J. Carr says she don't like any pie crust. Fondant makes wedding cakes nasty, like eating spackle. Ew. I love chocolate ice cream. I like chocolate with brownies in it. I also like espresso. They have a flavor called espresso chip. Coffee. Love that joint. There we go. Now see, Sherelle, now we talking. Heaven on a plate. That's sweet potato pie. What? Warm that joint up with some vanilla ice cream on it? Oh my gosh. Yo, Shahara said black sweet is coma inducing sweetness. Oh snap. Yeah, I ain't even gonna read that Jay Carly comment about the chickpeas. I forgive you, Jay Carly. Ben, what's happening? He said, I just realized the slow and steady trades, bare bones at one contract, standard is 60,000 a year. Can you believe how much power at scale? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Joel, keep it simple. Strawberry and chocolate. Joel, you must like Neapolitan. And you just leave the vanilla in there, huh? He's like, I don't need the vanilla. I take everything else. Oh, Shahar, you don't like cheesecake? That's another one that if you have a nasty cheesecake, it'll turn you off. I mean, I'm very fortunate to have had very good experiences with different foods, like certain foods. Um, what it has done is it turns me off if it don't taste as good as it. Like to this, like literally, I have not eaten a sweet potato pie damn near since my grandmother was alive. So we talking about like about 4 years ago. What year was that? 2016. Yeah, so like 3-4 years now, I haven't had sweet potato pie at all because I can't come close to hers at all. So it's like a situation like that. I think I might actually try to figure out how to make it myself. Yeah, a good cheesecake is the truth though, with some strawberry on it. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Ernest is bugging out about the cheesecake too. Oh shit. She said garbage texture and not food for cheesecake. Oh man. And Chevelle don't like no fruit on the cheesecake. Oh my god. Yeah, y'all admit, yo. I don't know. I had enough. I had enough. Chevelle ain't putting no strawberry on the cheesecake. She ain't messing with no jelly donuts. She don't mess with nothing cream filled with the donuts. Come on, Chevelle. Well, no, you do rock with sweet potato pie though, so it's not all bad. Completely got stressed off of this food combo today. Yes. Yeah, I can rock with you on that. She said sweet potato pie and whiskey. Yo, y'all love whiskey. Damn. Y'all is the whiskey sisters. Anytime y'all talk about a drink, it's whiskey. Oh shit. Y'all really do that whiskey shit. Yeah, cornbread, definitely. Hell yeah. Yeah, all right. So we back on track now. Cornbread. You want your cornbread? Yo, whoever saw that, you ever seen that movie Cornbread, Earl and Me? And or everybody black should have seen that. If you didn't see that yet, that's your homework. Cornbread, Earl and Me. You have got to see that movie. Okay? Yes. That's as black as Coolie High. Okay? So if you have not seen Coolie High or Cornbread, Earl and Me, that's your homework assignment. Yeah. Oh snap. Carlos, hello. Carlos speaks Portuguese, he said. I don't think we got no Portuguese lovers in here. Tina Marie speaks Portuguese. Yeah, J. Carl, you gotta watch that right now. You pulled up Cooley High? Which one you talking about, Cooley High or Cornbread Earl and Me? Probably Cooley High. Brazil. Sherelle, you still rocking with DVDs, huh? I literally just threw out like 100 DVDs because nothing that I have has a DVD player in it anymore. Like, where you supposed to play a DVD from? Oh, they got Cornbread Earl and Me? Oh, all right, I'm out. I didn't know that they had that on there too. I'm going to watch that right now. All right, yo, I'm gonna check y'all later. I'm serious. Cornbread Earl and Me. You need to watch that.